Good evening and welcome to the Town of Proctor Selectboard meeting for October 14th, 2025. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first order of business is to review and approve the agenda. A motion would be in order.
Motion to approve.
Are there any corrections, deletions, additions? Hearing none. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. And a motion would be in order to approve the September 22nd, 2025 meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Public comment. Jaden.
Hello.
Everybody, Judy just gave this to everyone.
I apologize, it wasn't in your packets. We were closed yesterday, so I just got your email today. But we can still
Yeah.
do it, so that's good. So sorry, I can't get it to print to the size, and but the flag itself is there with the dimensions, and then Jaden can speak to what the symbols all represent.
Yeah. Well, they're in Vermont broadly. There's just not a lot of flags for any cities or towns. Like Burlington has one, and that's all I can really think about. But this town has a lot of culture and like history and community. So I really thought that we should have a symbol to, symbolize that.
Okay. I think it's cool.
So.
And then do you want to talk about the symbols? I'll just hold that up so people can see it. The symbols that are on there.
Well, the Latin text over the tree is Optimum Proctoria, which just means the town of Proctor in Latin. And well, you can't fully see it, but the quote around it is from the deathbed of Emperor Augustus, where he said he came to Rome a city of brick and he left it a city of marble. So,
Cool.
A transposition of art.
Right, representation of marble, right. Right. Now, would that go around, like on the flag where the tree is, would that be around there?
No, well, I mean, that could be arranged. If you
Oh, okay, I just didn't know. if that
Oh, the
was-
words you mean?
Yeah, like I didn't know if that was like a sample of what could be around the tree, or if just the tree is the part of the flag. Okay,
It's two separate things,
okay, awesome,
just with similar elements.
okay.
Okay. And then this is the bridge.
Yeah, that's the Proctor, that's the marble bridge.
And this is just,
Just to represent our forests and our New England heritage.
okay.
And these stars, there's 14 stars because Vermont has 14 counties, we're the 14th state, and the marble company has been open for about 14 decades.
Very cool. There's a big spruce tree across the street from them.
Oh, that's nice.
And do the colors have significance?
Well, the blue is, of course, that's Seminole Falls. White is marble, and the orange is it's horizon. It's our future.
Okay.
Can we implement some maroon in there somewhere?
We could change the orange to maroon. Yeah,
Or the stars to maroon?
I've tried that actually. It doesn't work too well with orange, but if you make the orange maroon, it looks quite good actually. You can do that, of course.
That'd be cool.
The blood of our future.
We got some maroon.
So, I'm sorry, so these are two different things?
Yeah, one would be seal, recognized by the town. One would be flag, recognized by the town.
And this is the flag?
That's the construction sheet. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Of course, it doesn't have all those lines on it. And
Oh, yeah.
It was just showing dimensions, yeah, because I couldn't get the other one to print out. It kept printing up huge, like
just-
one arch was on a piece of paper.
I really like this on it, though.
I know, I kind of think that would be cool where the tree is, right?
Yeah. I think like the seal on the
On the orange part?
Yeah, or
I think that'd be cool.
I think that would look neat. the symbolism of the words and how that all kind of
Yeah.
ties back in.
Or even if you did the flag on one side there and then logo on the other side of the flag.
Oh, put that on one side?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That could be
And
unique.
keep it blue and orange and white.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Blue
the
and orange and white.
The size of the flag?
That's, yeah, it's a 5x3. Most countries use that as their flag dimensions. It's just really standard.
50 by 30, and that's a big flagpole.
That's just so I could put it in like easy to understand units.
Right.
Do you have this on a drive that you could share?
He emailed it to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any, angst about me just taking it and having somebody mock it up so we can see what it looks like?
Oh,
Okay. Alright, maybe make these into, some stickers? Okay,
yeah.
alright, I'll take that and do that, I know someone that can do that.
Yes, that's good.
But I just hope when it comes to that point where we have to ultimately decide on a flag, you know, we get a lot of public input as to.
Oh, I mean, I'm just having them like kind of mock it up so you have a better idea, put those colors in. Maybe make, you know, a handful of these up like, in stickers, I think that's, so. Yeah, we can, we'll do that, we'll put it on maybe the first meeting in November's agenda. And then, if everybody's happy, we can put it on the website and get some feedback.
Yeah.
See what people say. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you.
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, it's great. I like it. Thank you very much. All right, November.
All right. Next we have propane bids. Everybody signed the orders over here. And we have 3 bids of propane. The first one is from Proctor Gas. Was there anything else anybody wanted to add on the good stuff? I didn't ask.
Yeah, I got a lot of bad stuff, but I'm really good.
Don't have anything right off. All right. Where does it say the number on here? Oh, $1.89. The fixed price for this contract should be $1.89 per gallon for the period of January 1, 26 to December 31, 26. It includes 4,000 gallons. So, $1.89, 4,000 gallons. Fixed price. Okay. The next one is from Marcel. And it is for $2 a gallon. And it says we will spot the tanks as needed.
Yeah, 'cause some of the tanks Proctor Gas owns, some of the tanks we own. So the ones that Proctor Gas would own, anybody else, if say someone came in with a bid and they got it, Proctor Gas would have to remove those tanks.
Gotcha. Okay.
How many gallons was that for, at least? Was that for
I'm
the
assuming
same?
4,000
Yeah,
gallons was on the bid
Okay,
sheet.
yeah, yeah.
And this one, oh, I thought maybe I got a gift card with this one. This one from Suburban Propane is a fixed price on 4,000 gallons at $1.63. All right, do you want to take these and read through them just to make sure? I mean, I'm not reading the whole thing. And do we need to do it this meeting or can we do it next meeting?
I mean, I'd like to make a decision, but
Okay.
I also would like to go back to say, I'd like to go back and say that, you know, make sure they're specific as far as the tanks that we own, the tanks we don't own, taking them away. But I think they all agree. I think most companies know a current tank owner would take the tanks away, they would supply new tanks. So,
Charge?
Well, Suburban says will set swap tanks, perform leaks and ops tests, inspect systems for code compliance fee, $300, and will work required for code will be quoted for your approval and will be based on your T&M. So that's what I'm saying. Do you want to
Yeah.
Table it till-
Yeah, and you read through them because at this point, Suburban is the
right,
cheapest pricing, and just to confirm about the tanks, because I hate to go with someone 26 cents cheaper and then have to expend $600 for a tank.
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just put it, I mean, are they in dire need of propane right now, or?
No,
Okay.
no,
I mean, these contracts wouldn't start till January 1st anyway, they were
Right.
saying. So, okay. So is everybody good putting that on the next agenda for approval?
Yes.
Yes. That sounds practical.
Okay. So I'll give you all these.
thank you.
All right. FY26 Municipal Resolution for the Municipal Planning Grant.
So that is something I have to send them, and it has to be signed by the board.
Okay.
And the deadline's November 1, so I needed your signatures now, so I can, because I have to go into Gears and complete the application,
Sure.
which is not my favorite thing in the world to do.
So is there a motion to sign the document?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna give it all to you, but please give it all back.
Well, do we have to sign every page?
No, I just wanted to keep it together, but I'll just give you, this is the planning commission also has to sign it, and I signed it already. So that's where you guys sign.
Okay. And they still need to sign, or they've already signed for it?
The planning commission?
Yeah.
No, they have to. The chair just has to.
Okay. All right, we'll let everybody sign, and we'll give it back, so we don't lose it. Because I
All right.
know we're notorious for that.
Yes.
I'll be these things at the table. I'm not
And I'll be
quite
like,
sure.
where is that?
I know. And it's like, oh, somebody threw that out with the envelopes from the propane bid. It's already almost dark outside, and we don't
Yeah.
turn the clock back
Tell me about
till
it.
next month.
And in the morning, it's pitch black.
I know, it's gonna be dark at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Hey.
There's more coming, you might want to.
No, that's just it.
Oh, that's the only one?
Yeah.
Well, I see Bruce signing some more, so.
No.
Okay.
Thank you
good.
very much.
Now it's on camera, we handed it back. Okay, park improvement and grant applications.
So I just wanted to, so I've been looking for another street lamp to match those out there, and they're not perfect. Plus those are becoming, you know, a little rough around the edges. So I want to go looking for grants, but I need to get bids first and quotes. So what I'm trying to do is get quotes for new lamps out in the park, because one is missing now, if you noticed, it was broken. And do the gazebo over too, because that's kind of in rough shape. So I'm just trying to get bids and quotes so that when you apply, they want all that documentation. So I just want to get it ahead of time, and I just kind of wanted to run it by the board so that you know.
Is
what
there
I'm
something
doing.
else you would add to the park if you wanted to, or had any ideas?
If I could get like a park, like a grant that would do like park improvements, I would like to do that walkway that leads to the gazebo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lamps, maybe even more than the 4 that are out there.
Right.
And the gazebo, definitely improvements.
All right, and are we talking about cameras here? or-
Yep,
Okay.
yeah. I ordered a camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's no secret, we've had some,
Right.
um,
Well, it's a good idea.
busy little vandals
Yeah.
in the park.
Yeah.
And they did something again this weekend.
So they ruined the monument over there, the railing. They poured motor oil all over the railing. We don't know if it was accidental, purpose, what, but the guys are trying to clean it. They did an experiment today, so
Is that
we're
what
doing
the
a
white
test.
stuff is over there?
Yeah, so we're trying to see if it's gonna soak in and we can pull the oil out of it. The Marble Museum was broken into, the Wilson's shop, Tom Hogan's work area. They stole a vehicle from there. They stole several tools worth thousands probably. I mean, each bit is $150.
Yeah.
Some are very old tools that can't be purchased, have sentimental value. There was a air compressor stolen, and then also a bunch of keys. So we did learn today that I believe the person that tried breaking in someplace else in
Oh.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah, the
And
car was
The car was there.
on the video.
So,
They catch them?
nope. I don't know if they caught him yet. We haven't found the car yet. But it looks like they wanted to come back because some larger equipment pieces that had been tucked away in rooms were out in the walkway as if they were coming back for them and they couldn't get them that night, so. So, yeah. So we ordered a camera today. Kyle and I did for the front of this building. That should hopefully cover the entire park. It's got a 656-foot coverage, so we might cover the library. Goes through the trees.
When the
and-
trees are off. And it's gonna be hardwired.
It's hard, yeah. It's not, runs off Wi-Fi, but we've already contacted a electrician to come to hook it up, and it's a 350-degree angle, so.
Great. And that's something that then you, Kyle, have access on your phone?
Yeah, Kyle, I think Kyle was gonna put it on his work phone, because I don't
Okay.
have a work phone, and it picks up everything, like,
Right, but, I don't know what the brand is, but to pay to store it to the cloud.
yeah, I think we could do that, or I could have it even put to my computer,
Okay,
yeah.
Now, the resolution, that would be sufficient enough to identify somebody that's 650
It said
feet?
it was basically face recognition,
Okay,
what's the brand? What is the brand?
it's, Frosam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we researched all the others,
Yeah.
but this was like one of the better ones as far as distance. I didn't want it going like 50 feet
Yeah.
and not getting
Well,
anything.
then the faces start to get distorted too,
Right.
the pixels, so,
yes.
yeah.
Well, Kyle said we could probably tell what brand jeans they're gonna be wearing.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm interested, so I hope they come back.
I know. So, yeah.
All right, great. Very good, very good. All right, traffic ordinance revisions. So everybody has that?
Yeah, and I put that on, I tried to take Albert's, and it was really hard because I wasn't certain if I should be deleting certain ones because there's such duplications, and I can't understand why there's such duplications. Why South Street is a number 3, a number 1, a number 52. Why West Street is, I don't understand why each street can have 3 different IDs as a highway.
Gotcha.
I did try to add in all the changes that Albert had made. The reason I printed out the statute definitions is because there was one thing that Albert had put down about identifying certain things through definitions, and it just refers to the state statute. A lot of people don't want to look at an ordinance and go look up the state statute and to see what everything means. But I didn't know there's so many definitions, how we could compile those to put it into the
Right.
ordinance without making the ordinance cumbersome. So I think if we pull definitions that just speak to what we have in our ordinance, that might be the best route to go.
Or you could couldn't you just upload this with the ordinance as a separate document?
Like a link to it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that way, you don't have to worry about anything not being exactly written as the ordinance is.
Right.
So I think that might be the easier thing, if you could
Right.
just upload that as a separate
Yeah.
link and then reference that.
I just don't get how they could do, you know, like West Street's 4, West Street's 52, West Street's, you
Or
know.
Chatterton Park's 45, Park Street's 45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's kind of hard to follow. It'd be a lot easier if there was like a map to say, here's South Street connection Route 1, you know, instead of,
So
because
I wonder, do you think those aren't mistakes, like, because the numbers then?
I don't know. I think it was revised so many times that numbers just, I think there's probably, if I could go through each one of these and configure it, then, I mean, there's no possible way that South Street can be, or West Street can be 2, 4, 52, 10. It makes no sense.
Or that 2 is West Street, Cross Street, School Street, North Street.
Right, and then,
Lawrence Road.
but yet North Street's 11, you know, so they show up other places, so I don't know.
But if you do that, then you gotta read through the whole thing and change every number, I guess.
I know.
But it is kind of odd.
It's very odd.
Okay. So, everybody wanna take this, read through it, since it was just on the table, and then be prepared to, take action on this at the next meeting?
Yes, I was gonna ask if we could table it,
Yeah.
so we could go through it.
Right.
And two, in this big map that, we're using as placemats,
Yeah,
it's got town highway numbers, and I wonder if they're supposed to, you know,
correspond.
correspond to the numbers in our.
Right.
Because when I look at some of these numbers, they're the same,
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
you know, and, I don't know what this placemat is, but,
It's
Yeah.
from Rutland Regional, so they're.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I shared my goodies with everyone. So, they're redoing all the maps, and they're starting with this, and so,
okay,
I looked at it, and maybe if you look at it online, maybe it tells you what the changes are, but I don't see what tells you what the changes are on this map. But it is also available online. But so my guess is we're going to be getting maps of everything like we did before from Rutland Regional, where you get them for, you know, economic development, based on forests, agricultural lands and things like that. I'm guessing it doesn't say that in the letter, but because they're doing the regional map, so that they're going to update everybody else's maps. So that's what it alludes to in the letter, that this is the first map coming.
yeah, and it makes me think then that the town highways they're calling out in this map
Yeah.
probably originated from this
Yeah.
document here, so,
Yeah. So we will, everyone should review that, come back with, if you have substantial changes, I think it would be helpful to share with Judy before, so we can
Yeah, 'cause
incorporate
then I'll
those
try to
changes
incorporate 'em in.
Yeah.
if the plan is to take action, okay?
okay. And just the one point, like, you know, Town Highway 26, there's 2 of them, Taylor Hill and Gibb Street, and it happens on other streets also. We'll
Yeah.
leave those alone for now, we'll just assume that there's 2 Town Highway 26s.
Yeah, I didn't delete any of them because I didn't dare to, because I don't know
Right.
which is the accurate number. So I think if you're going through it, maybe just highlight those, or like you
Okay.
did in the other one, where you put down above that what other numbers they are.
Okay.
Then that's helpful.
Because I think the carry through that you have to be really specific on is then when you start under each section, that you're, delineating the correct town highway with the number and the street, because otherwise it's gonna be in.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, okay, so that's a little light reading material for everyone. Okay, design plans for 52 Main Street, so this is for information only. Everybody had that, in their packet to look at kind of what their plans are. Some things are a little difficult to understand what it is, but, and I didn't really get the back other than the fact that he took the building off, I guess.
So I have a meeting tomorrow over there, with several other people. I think, I don't know if Rutland Regional Planning is gonna be there or not. Engineers, Green Mountain Power, the tenants that are over there, Brandon from Zion, the new property manager. So we're gonna go through, and he's gonna go through this and just talk about different aspects of it. I don't know if anybody's been over there at all recently. The building out front that runs along the tracks
Yeah.
is totally trashed.
Is that from just the train going through?
No, it was physically trashed. I don't know if some of the sheetrock was taken down to place in another spot to make another room, but the walls are pretty much, it almost looks like someone went through with an axe, and it's like the walls are just torn down, the ceilings are torn down, the insulation is
The
hanging.
interior or the exterior?
Interior
Ah,
of that whole
Yeah.
space.
Oh, so
Mike
they've
knows.
taken what's viable out to use someplace else.
Yeah, well, I don't even know that, it just looks like someone just it's
Destroyed.
destroyed.
Mike knows carpentry was in that front building, down on the end of that annex.
What about it?
Mike Knowles, his carpenter shop?
Yep,
That's in that building, right?
he's down the very end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
and
when you
then-
go from his into the doorway to that other, where the town office was before,
Yeah.
when we were doing renovations.
I mean, this really doesn't have much to do with this, other than it's informational.
Right, and I'll give you feedback after.
Sure.
And I would just ask, because, you know, in the verbiage portion of it, they said whatever was Xed out was they were gonna remove.
Right.
And both these annexes, they show that they're gonna remove them, but when you look at the perspective,
Yeah, it's only the front.
it's only the front they took
Yeah.
off,
Right.
so I don't know if they're gonna take both
Well,
of
and I
those.
don't really know what they're referring to with the back. I don't know what piece of the back they're referring to, because there is no,
Well, there's the piece that runs where the, loading dock is. I don't know if that's what they're talking about.
right, that little piece that jets
But
out.
this is that. This
Right.
is down a lot
Right.
further.
Yes.
It's a little bit, the perspective is
Yeah.
off a little bit, because the stack isn't
It's
that
fr- no,
close.
no.
It's down.
It's way down.
Down over here,
Yeah,
so.
all right, well, I'll get more.
Yeah,
info.
I mean, sure, it's
I-
nice that
and I
they
could-
share, but,
And I can email everybody too after tomorrow, just to.
yeah, that's great. Okay. And legal information regarding the tower at 266 Crestview Drive.
Yep.
Everybody remembers that's the Verizon tower?
Yeah, so, I reached out to the attorney for T-Mobile, because I said they had listed on there that Verizon was the landowner. And I contacted him and said they are not the landowner. And so he corrected it and did a revised document and certification. What I'm trying to find out is where this landmark comes into play, because they're listed as one of the lessees, and there's no documentation whatsoever of them anywhere in here, yet they are on our books for like $500,000 for the property taxes. So our understanding, I think the town, is that Johnson owns all of the land. He leased it to Landmark at one point, and Landmark then purchased the lease because they didn't want anything to do with it. But now Verizon is holding the lease, so I don't know when the transaction took place between Verizon and Landmark. And that, if that's the case, then Landmark needs to be off our books completely and just has Verizon. And Landmark hasn't paid us a dime since their name has been brought up. So we don't know where that even falls or how that happened. So we're trying to get where if Verizon actually bought the lease from Landmark, or if they bought it from the Johnsons and they're the lessee, and now T-Mobile will be the lessor on that piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing.
But the town has been receiving tax payments from someone for that property,
For
right?
the Johnson, for his property tax, but he was being
Okay,
double
yeah.
billed, we think. But Verizon's been paying us all along. Yeah, no problems with Verizon.
What a
So we're
messed up
trying to
mess.
figure out who is the current
Let's see.
Lessee.
Yeah,
from London.
right.
Okay.
So when the attorney did it, he changed it to the property owner as the trust, which his property is in
Yeah.
a trust, rather than Verizon owning the property, so.
Okay.
At least he took care of that.
Alright. So it's an ongoing, is what
Yeah,
we're.
yes.
Okay. So a motion would be in order at 6:31 to enter the Board of Water Commissioner.
We'll move.
Yes.
Second,
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. So delinquent account update.
Okay, so, the delinquent account, I just had them pull a report today that was run the same before from, June 30th, 2025 to July for the billings and stuff.
We don't have that though, right?
No, I was just had to pull, I was just gonna share the numbers. So, we're kind of winding down now on shut-offs. We have had quite a few, but we've had a lot of agreements come in. They did go and do the 2 shut-offs that you guys wanted them to do up on Gibb Street and
Yeah.
on Green Square. So those have been taken care of.
So what does that mean? They were shut off or they're paid or?
One
they're
was
still-
shut off, one came in and paid before.
Okay,
They did the work, but they still did the work. And then
Okay.
the other one was shut off and then they came in.
okay.
So which I know is gonna be delinquent probably next month. But, so originally it was 154,588 that we were delinquent in water and sewer. We brought it down to 127,128 the last time. When we pulled it today, it's $75,450.
Oh, wow.
Wow, great
Well,
job.
Yes.
So
Yes.
50%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's fabulous.
The problem is, it's gonna grow over the winter.
Over the winter, yes, so.
Is that how it trends every year?
The last couple of years, it's just kind of gone up.
Well, they
And
know
up,
we can't
and
shut them
up.
off over the winter, so
Yeah.
that's the problem.
So come springtime, it's
We're coming up
back
on,
at it.
In that 75,000, did that include number 1 and number 2 on the list?
Yes,
Or
it
that-
should have both of, yep, I think so. Yes,
So if we could get rid of those, because those were the ones that we're thinking about check sale,
yep,
you know, that would
right,
bring that even
right,
down
that would drop it
substantially
down,
more.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
That would be money in one fatal swoop
Yeah.
too.
But number 2 did come in and pay money on there, that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One is still outstanding and
Yeah.
it probably will be.
Okay. Yeah, I just think come springtime, we just have to be smart and be ready to go, letters right out and,
Yep,
you know, whatever the date is, the 15th or whatever.
and a good majority of these already had like agreements, so if they fail on them, then we can just go and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. 154 to 75 is amazing. Bravo.
Yes.
Anything else underwater?
I don't think so.
Okay. Move out of water and into sewer.
Okay, so, they ended up taking about 5 truckloads of sewage from, the Lagoon 1. They've moved over to Lagoon 2 now. We did have a, issue when we switched from Lagoon 2 back to 1, because of the, connection. It always kind of malfunctioned, so some of the algae and stuff got into that and spilled. So we did do a report with the state, so everything was done within 15 minutes, it was cleared up, it was gone, but there was kind of no way to avoid it
Yeah.
once we transitioned over, so they are starting, and when the guys were doing hydrant flushing last week, they started to do that, and then all of a sudden we were told, oh, we gotta get the aerators out of Lagoon 2, so they had to go drag the aerators out of there, so that kind of put a halt to flushing the hydrants. But, yeah, normally I get all the alerts on my phone for wastewater spills for everybody, Rutland, Montpelier. And when I got one today and it said Proctor, so I was like, what? We never have spills, so,
That's what it was.
yeah, so.
Okay. And so, 5 truckloads from 1, so do we think
Yeah.
there's more in Lagoon 2?
I think Lagoon 2 might have, I don't know if it might have less, I
Oh.
don't know. I think they had less than they thought they we're gonna have in
Yeah,
Lagoon One.
I thought there was gonna be more than that.
Yeah,
They say a tonnage for the 5 truckloads, or they wouldn't have?
I haven't heard anything yet on that, no. So, yep, so,
All right, that's great. Glad to see that's moving along.
uh-huh.
Anything else for sewer?
Let's see. No, I don't think so.
All right, motion would be in order to move out of the Board of Sewer Commissioners and back into the regular select board meeting.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Everybody has the sheriff report in your packet. So has it been the sheriff, or state police that have come and filed, reports about the vandalism and the break-ins?
It's only the break-ins, and it's been the break-in with state police.
Oh, did we file anything on the vandalism over at the park?
No.
Do we have to file that for VLCT, or we just don't get?
No, because it would, yeah, because if we did, it'd be just hit our insurance, and we took care of it ourselves. So.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Any other questions for the sheriff's report?
No, I think it was.
No.
I know I got your email, Bruce, about the speeding on West Street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they, yeah. He's there a lot too, so,
But whether he's out
that far,
far, yeah.
right.
Yeah, you never see him when stuff happens. The other
I
day we
know.
got past going into Rutland, you're like, where's the cop?
I know.
Yeah.
You know, they'll pop up when I'm doing something. So, okay.
I used to say that when I used to go through Woodstock. And
Manager's report.
Okay,
one day,
so,
the car passed me.
so I kind of spoke about some of this, about replacing the
Yeah.
lamppost in the park, maybe Mortimer Proctor funds even
Yeah.
regarding those. The new fire truck is due in-house, I believe, this month. So they went down and inspected it. Sent out requests for quotes for the annual report. I've started working on the fiscal 27 budget.
Great.
We're getting quotes on a new loader. We've got one from Volvo, Milton Cat, and waiting for John Deere.
There's enough money in that sinking fund to buy one, or?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
And there's also some that they'll do like a lease, so you make payments each year on it instead of a
Gotcha.
full, yeah. So, timber harvest update, I was supposed to meet with him last week, but, we'll have to reschedule. So there's a discrepancy between the acres that we own out in Florence that are in Pittsford property. The survey shows that Proctor owns 165 acres and Pittsford listed us as 106 acres.
Oh,
So we've got to try to figure out why that is and
Yes,
how to
Oh.
change that, so.
that's a big difference.
yes.
Let's see, the hydrants were flushed. And we might need to create a noise ordinance. We don't have anything on noise. And actually, I was reading like the nuisance ordinance, and it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's one of the worst ordinances that I've ever seen. It speaks about buildings and animals, and it's just weird. It's
like
a very weird.
It's like a junk ordinance reworded kind of thing.
Right.
I think the problem with the noise ordinance, if I recall, is that unless you buy whatever
The meter.
meter that,
Oh, for
determines
sound?
The decibel
Yeah.
levels.
But you can have, so there's a state statute for noise ordinance, and it's
with
like
the times.
dawn to dusk,
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we, and a lot of places are different, cause that's kind of late sometime,
Yeah.
and dusk is much earlier,
Yeah.
so, but if we did no noise after, say, 9 PM to 7 AM, or, 10 to 6,
Yeah.
something like that. But if we also said no, it listed certain things that you can't do.
Oh, you can't mow, you can't.
Yeah, can't mow, can't have,
chainsaw.
or music blaring, or, different things like that, so.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just gets to this, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I think just like with music, that's like a weird thing.
It is.
All of a sudden you have a neighbor that doesn't like you, no matter what your music is.
Right.
It's too loud.
Right,
So there's no standard of what that is.
Yeah.
If you say lawn mowing, chainsaw.
Yeah,
Some places say like, what is the air, the leaf blowers.
oh, leaf blowers, yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
a place I lived before, you weren't allowed to mow your lawn, blow leaves or things like that before
yeah.
10 o'clock, like on the
Right.
weekends or something.
Yeah, yeah, and I
So-
know, like, in the city, like even workers, like if somebody's hired, say, a landscape company, they can't begin work before,
Yeah.
you know, 6 AM or 7 AM, so something like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, chainsawing is one of them, that's been
Is
brought
there
to my
like a
attention.
template that somebody has that we could just kind of look at?
Yeah, there was a couple in there that I saw electronic, so it must have been looked at a few years back and stuff and never
Yeah, they
evolved.
had one here, but that was that they wanted to do, but that was the issue that I think the sheriff said, without buying whatever this thing was, this kind of gun, I
Right.
recall it looked like, to measure what the decibels are,
Right,
you couldn't say, because I think in one ordinance someplace it says it's not supposed to be above, you know, let's say 32 decibels, because that's what the
Right.
standard leaf blower is. Like
And I
the
think-
gas-powered leaf blowers.
I think a lot of that addressed vehicles, if I remember correctly, not here, but elsewhere, that, you know, people with loud mufflers, people with loud everything, and
Yeah.
unless you can measure how loud it is,
Yeah.
then you can't hold them to it. But I think if you put like chainsaws,
Yeah.
mowing, you know, typical work that's being done, that might be
Well,
obtrusive.
or if you just put the time frame in, they can't do it till
Right, after
10
such
to
a, right,
whatever.
yeah,
It doesn't really make any difference, you're just saying you have to do it within those
Right.
constructs,
right,
so.
okay.
I think maybe that's easier, but.
Yeah.
I think our neighboring college town went through that, Castleton, with the college kids living off campus and
Yeah.
partying. They had to come up with, you know, the ordinance for the noise
Yeah,
control. And they do, you know, they do have the meter, their police department, I
Yeah,
believe, does have the
I'm
meter.
sure, yeah.
And they take decibel readings, and I don't know if it's on the property lines, but they cover it all, you know, in their ordinance.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, they have the values and,
Well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna buy it and you're gonna go around with
no.
what they do? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you never see the sheriff when something.
Right,
like
I know.
that.
I just think that just common sense goes a long ways. Like you say, somebody mowing their lawn before 7 o'clock in the morning or using a chainsaw. Well,
Yeah, that-
be
I think-
considerate
Right.
and,
That
you know,
deserves
those are the
going out
type
to
of things.
PJs and giving him the eyeball, I think, you know,
Yeah.
so. So, yeah, so I think like maybe something like that. That's just an easier.
Yeah, an easy one. And then if you need the
Yeah.
noise one, well, then you can add it.
Yeah,
But just
yeah. It's a start. It's a
get
start.
the low hanging fruit first and then
Yeah, I think it's a beginning.
build on it.
It will address some things, I think, so, okay, that's great, if you bring a couple templates for us to look at. People think about things that you would add on there for, you know, what else it would be, besides music, you know, chainsaw.
Yeah, and I just think of the phone calls I've gotten, people complaining about certain things, so that's kind
Yeah,
of what I've gone off of.
They would call you if somebody was having a problem with a neighbor per se?
I have people call me who have trouble with their neighbors.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Jay's gonna be calling.
I brush everything off. I say, you gotta call the town manager.
You know Judy's number and your extensions, let me help you out.
Lots of times I say, I'm not law enforcement, I can't handle your problems. Sometimes you gotta figure these things
I
out.
find it odd though, you'd be receiving the calls.
Well, I think sometimes people particularly, they want to know if there's a rule that says they can't
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah.
that's the starting point. Tell me what the rule is so then I can have that be enforced, I think.
Those are usually the only calls I get here.
No good
I
calls.
don't get good calls.
So when do they think they're gonna be done harvesting, or are we gonna have to survey that property before they can?
Well, he has a survey map, so I think it's just getting together, figuring out why it's different than what they've got and asking them what they've got.
Well,
Cause
they
we
must
pay,
have a map.
right, but it's just listed in their books for tax, you know, what the acreage is.
So maybe someone just,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, okay. Because it would be nice to know as we go into budget season, kind of what that money looks like.
Right, and he's
That's
already
fair.
marked a lot of it, so I'd like to get it out to bid so we could do it.
Yeah, because
Now.
time in the forest is gonna come to an end
Right,
here.
right.
So, because I think we're gonna be done like, mid-November.
Right.
Yeah, it's very weather dependent, but it would just be nice to know, like, if we've got a little bucket of money and we wanna
Yep.
do something,
Right.
that's something we
Yeah.
have, so, okay. And then what about Chittenden? Is he gonna look at Chittenden?
He is, yes,
Okay.
yeah, and I don't think he's gotten to it, just
Okay.
because, yeah, he's gonna try to map out, there's a road in there already, and he's just gonna try to see how, feasible it is to try to navigate through there without creating a new road.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot cheaper to try to get easements from everybody, temporary easements to get on property through their land,
Yeah.
than it would be to build a road, so.
And how many properties is that? Do you know?
It's not too many, I think it's off one of the extensions, there's like one main property that actually I think leads to that other road that exists already, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So back to the question, if it was harvesting up here in Florence, for a date, an end date, if they had it all figured out as to acreage, when would they normally stop?
Well, it depends, because some will log in the winter, depending on what you're logging out of there.
Right,
But I think they were planning, they probably would have finished up November, I'm guessing.
right, okay.
But we're in October already, so, I mean, if we found someone saying, yeah, I got a skidder, I'll go in there and take it out in the snow, I don't care.
Yeah. Kind of just depends on what lot they're,
Yeah,
how high up or like that.
Yeah.
Okay, any old or new business? Alright, if anybody has anything for our upcoming meeting, you can email Judy to put on the agenda. So if there's nothing else, a motion would be in order to adjourn.
So moved?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.